Welcome to Movie Slice. Quick fun recaps of your favorite movies. Sharp, funny, and to the point. Hit subscribe and get your perfect slice of cinema. We see Sam preparing, and his commander tells him that he cannot let this officer be taken into the other country, and that he must complete the mission by any means necessary. Sam reassures him, saying, "Don't worry, it's not my first time," and then opens the door of the plane, jumps out, spreads his wings, and immediately flies after the other plane. He manages to reach it where the people inside are attacking the American officer. Falcon, Sam detaches a part of his plane, breaks through the door, and enters. He starts fighting them one by one, showing great skill, and no one can overpower him. Even when they shoot at him, they miss because he uses his wings as protection. However, during the fight, a bullet hits the pilot, killing him. As a result, the plane veers off course and starts to crash. Sam reaches the officer and tells him he's here to save him, but before he can, another person appears and starts fighting Sam. This person proves to be very strong and manages to hold off Sam until his comrades prepare parachutes and escape with the officer, jumping out of the plane. Sam regains his strength and immediately flies after them, chasing them through the air. Enemy planes appear and start firing at him, but Sam skillfully evades them. Using his shiny shield, he deploys weapons and destroys the enemy planes, continuing the chase. The kidnappers board another plane with the officer. One of them tries to stop Sam, but he evades and continues his pursuit. He manages to enter their plane and fights them again. During the fight, one of the kidnappers grabs the officer and jumps out of the plane. Sam follows, telling him he won't let him escape. His colleague warns him, saying there's only 90 seconds left before they enter Libyan airspace, and he must catch them. The kidnapper takes the officer into another plane, nearing the Libyan border. Suddenly, another plane appears and fires missiles at Sam. The missiles track him, and he tries to escape until he maneuvers them into colliding with the enemy plane, destroying it. Sam's colleague tells him there's no time left and to abort the mission immediately. But Sam doesn't give up. With incredible speed, he enters the plane, grabs the officer, and escapes just seconds before crossing the border. The tracking missiles explode in the plane, completing the mission successfully. Sam's colleague is thrilled that the mission was a success. Later, we transition to Tunisia, where Sam meets with his colleague and takes a break before traveling back to America. His colleague Torres informs him about a group called the World Smashers, who commit numerous crimes and aim to take over the world. Sam tells him to notify him immediately if he gets any information, and assures him they will stop them just as they stopped others before. They part ways, and Sam returns to America. In America, we see a farewell ceremony for Captain America, where they want to appoint Sam as the new Captain America. Sam steps up, but contrary to expectations, he says no one can replace Steve, and that the world needs heroes like Steve to stay safe. He leaves the shield behind and walks away. We then see Bucky in a different location, fighting and taking down enemies one by one. The enemies are no match for him. However, during the fight, he sees a hotel guest looking at him in fear. Bucky approaches him calmly, pulls out a weapon, and kills him. Suddenly, Bucky wakes up. It was all a dream, haunted by his past and the people he killed. He leaves and visits his therapist, who reassures him that he's now an American citizen and all charges against him were dropped because he helped the Avengers save the world. She reminds him that he committed those crimes while not in his right mind, but insists he must now live as a good citizen and never harm anyone. Bucky agrees and leaves. He visits an elderly man, his friend, and spends time with him. Bucky keeps looking at a picture of the man's son, the same person Bucky killed in the past during one of his missions while under mind control. Bucky wants to apologize, but hesitates to tell the man the truth. Meanwhile, Sam decides to take a break after the successful mission and visits his sister to spend time with her and her children, who are thrilled to see him. Torres continues investigating the new group, using his device to track them. He spots someone distributing masks to people on the street. Torres takes one, but sees a man with super strength wearing a mask coming out of a bank. The masks are given to help them blend in and escape. Torres confronts the man with a gun, but the man is unfazed, disarms Torres, and knocks him to the ground, saying, "Did you really think you could stop me?" He beats Torres unconscious and leaves. When Torres regains consciousness, he contacts Sam and tells him about the group's strength and how they seem to be injected with the same serum that made Captain America. Sam watches the video of the man and tells Torres he'll return from his vacation to handle the case himself. He spends time with his sister, watching TV, but is shocked to see an announcement of a new Captain America named John, appointed after Sam gave up the shield. Sam is upset because he didn't want anyone to replace Steve. John is a military officer with high physical fitness and combat skills. Bucky, also watching the announcement, is equally upset because Steve was his friend, and he doesn't think anyone should take his place. Bucky confronts Sam, angry that Sam gave up the shield that Steve entrusted to him. Sam explains he didn't like what happened either, and doesn't think anyone can replace Steve, but he has other priorities now. He tells Bucky about the group that attacked his colleague. Bucky decides to join Sam on the mission, and they board a plane together, and then they head on their way to Germany. Once they arrive there, Sam comes flying in his suit, while Bucky jumps without a parachute. He uses his metal arm to grab onto trees until he lands. After that, Sam takes him to the place where the group is located. They see them transporting weapons. Bucky wants to confront them and says, "We can defeat them easily," but Sam tells him to stick to the plan and follow his instructions, not to act impulsively. As the group transfers the the weapons into trucks and starts moving. Sam and Bucky chase after them. Bucky manages to open one of the trucks and finds a girl inside. He initially thinks she's a hostage, but is a hostage, but she smiles at him, punches him, and sends him flying. It turns out she also has superhuman strength. Her allies notice and capture Bucky, intending to finish him off. At that moment, Sam intervenes, throwing a small drone at them, but the girl destroys it effortlessly. Despite their efforts to fight her, she overpowers them. They realize she and her group are stronger than they anticipated. Just as they are about to be defeated, the new Captain America, John, and his partner arrive and rescue them. They team up and fight against the enhanced individuals in a fierce battle. During the fight, Bucky falls but manages to save himself before being run over. However, one of the attackers goes after him again. Meanwhile, Sam is knocked down but uses his wings to fly and helps Bucky. They manage to escape, but John pulls out a weapon and takes down one of the attackers, leaving only the girl. She fights back fiercely, demonstrating her immense strength, which frustrates John because he realizes he's no match for her, even as the new Captain America. Later, Bucky tells Sam that the serum these individuals have taken is stronger than the one he and Steve received. He insists they need to find out who created it. John and his partner offer to team up, but Bucky and Sam refuse, unwilling to even speak with them. John tries to convince them that they need to work together to defeat the group, but Bucky becomes even more irritated and asks the driver to stop the vehicle so they can leave. Meanwhile, the enhanced individuals, led by a woman named Carly, are shown planning their next moves. Carly is wanted by multiple countries and motivates her team, telling them it's only a matter of time before they achieve their goals of creating a world and an army of enhanced individuals for themselves. Bucky and Sam, traveling back to America, discuss the Captain America's shield. Bucky insists it must be retrieved, and Sam promises to handle it after dealing with the enhanced group. They decide to visit someone who was imprisoned after being injected with a serum, hoping he can provide information about the group. However, the man is furious with him, recounting how the military experimented on him and wrongfully imprisoned him for 30 years. He refuses to help, and they leave. Outside, they encounter John and his partner again, who insist on working together. Sam angrily rejects their offer and walks away. The enhanced group is shown transporting weapons again, but when the police arrive, one of them sacrifices himself by attacking the officers to buy time for his team to escape. They manage to flee in a plane. Bucky tells Sam that the only person who can help them now is Zemo, a dangerous criminal who previously targeted enhanced individuals. They visit Zemo in prison, and Bucky decides to speak with him alone. Zemo agrees to help, but only if he's released. Sam is against this, but Bucky argues they have no other choice. They orchestrate a prison riot, allowing Zemo to escape unnoticed. Zemo takes them to a nightclub known for harboring criminals. Inside, they encounter someone who recognizes Zemo and tries to attack him. Bucky pretends to be under Zemo's control again and fights off the attackers. They eventually find someone who provides them with information about the enhanced group's leader. Zemo tricks her into revealing the name of the doctor who created the serum. However, during their discussion, Sam's phone rings, raising suspicion. Suddenly, they are ambushed and the informant is killed. They fight their way out of the nightclub, only to face more attackers outside. They finish them off, but someone from the top of the building keeps shooting at those gangs and eliminates them. This is Sharon, Sam's friend and Captain America. She is wanted by the law, but she takes them to a safe place. Sam tells her, "Tell me where the doctor is and I'll get you a pardon from the presidency." She immediately agrees. She then takes them to a Nike lab where she has many connections. Through them, they discover the location of the doctor who made the serum. On the last day, she takes them to the doctor's location, and the next day, they go to meet him. They search through many containers until they find one with a secret passage. They enter and find a lab where the doctor is sitting. Meanwhile, outside, there are many guards, but Sharon skillfully handles them. The girl is highly skilled, and they can't defeat her. She manages to eliminate them all. The rest of the team captures the doctor and threatens to kill him if he doesn't tell them everything. He reveals that he made only 20 vials, all of which Carly took. He also mentions a girl named Donya, saying if they find Donya, they'll find Carly. Sharon then tells them they need to leave immediately. Zemo pulls out a weapon and kills the doctor to prevent him from making more serum, which angers Sam. Meanwhile, a gang outside fires an RPG at them, destroying the place. They try to escape while fighting back. Zemo confidently puts on a mask, climbs a container, and blows up the area. He eliminates the gang members one by one without hesitation, finishing them all, and even bringing a luxurious car for the team. Sharon tells Sam not to forget the pardon he promised her, bids them farewell, and leaves. Carly and her team head to an organization to steal food supplies. Sam gets a call informing him that Donya, who was sheltering Carly, has died, and that her funeral is today. Meanwhile, the mutants manage to infiltrate the organization, steal all the supplies, and destroy the place. Carly's assistant is shocked because innocent people died, but Carly doesn't care and is determined to achieve her goal at any cost. The next day, Zemo, Sam, and Bucky continue their journey to find the mutants. While Bucky is walking, someone from Wakanda appears and reminds him that Zemo is a fugitive who must return to prison because he killed the king of Wakanda. Bucky assures her that once they find the mutants, he'll return him. She gives him 8 hours to do so, or there will be consequences. Zemo discovers the location of Donya's funeral and decides to attend it. The mutants manage to find the hidden serum and plan to enhance their bodies quickly to become unstoppable. Meanwhile, Sam and Bucky meet John and his partner, who insist on joining them to return the fugitive. They all head to Donya's funeral, where they find Carly mourning her like a mother figure. After the funeral, Sam approaches Carly without his shield and tells her he wants to talk and help her. She refuses, saying she doesn't need his help. John grows impatient, disregards Sam's plan, and storms into the place to arrest Carly. She fights back, escaping while everyone chases her. She suddenly disappears. Zemo confronts her, shooting at her and causing the vials to fall. He smashes them one by one, but she escapes. John arrives, knocks Zemo unconscious, and finds one remaining remaining vial. He takes it. Suddenly, Wakandan guards appear, demanding Zemo. John arrogantly tells them to leave, but they humiliate and defeat him. Sam and Bucky intervene, but Zemo escapes during the chaos. The girl disarms Bucky's metal arm, which they originally made for him. Once they realize Zemo has fled, they leave immediately. John feels deeply ashamed, recognizing he's unworthy of the Captain America title. Later, Carly threatens Sam's sister and her children, demanding Sam meet her alone. When Sam arrives in his suit, he tells her to leave his family out of this. She coldly responds that she doesn't care and will continue her plan without mercy. Sam's team informs him that John has located the mutants and gone after them alone. Sam and Bucky rush to save him. John and his partner infiltrate the mutants' hideout. John's partner goes missing, prompting John to search for him. John, now enhanced by the serum, faces one of the mutants and manages to overpower him. Sam and Bucky arrive, shocked by John's newfound strength. Meanwhile, John's partner frees himself and joins the fight as they all battle the mutants. At that moment, all the superhumans attack them. John and Sam keep fighting them and hitting them until they manage to overpower John. Carly arrives, ready to finish him off, but his friend intervenes to save him. However, she strikes him, sending him flying far away. The force of the blow kills him and all the mutants flee. John rushes to his friend, deeply saddened, and when he sees him dead, he becomes enraged and consumed by anger. He immediately chases after the mutants through the city until he catches one of them. He beats him relentlessly until he finishes him off completely. The crowd stands around, recording everything that's happening, shocked at how Captain America's shield is stained with blood, a symbol that once stood for honor and justice. Sam tells him to surrender the shield immediately because Captain America doesn't kill, but John angrily responds, saying they killed his friend and that death deserves death. He refuses to give up the shield. They try to calm him down, but he keeps fighting them. This time, he's stronger than them and manages to fend them off. He strikes Bucky, sending him flying away, and is about to finish him off when Sam intervenes again. John, filled with rage, breaks Sam's wings and is about to end it, but Bucky intervenes again. The two gather their strength and launch a combined attack, defeating John. Sam manages to take the shield from him and cleans it. After everything that happened, John returns to America, where the authorities strip him of the title of Captain America and suspend him for his actions. He feels deeply upset and tells them, "Sabrofrot, this is the reward for my service to you." Meanwhile, Bucky fulfills his promise and finds Zemo. Supreme are handing him over to the authorities in Wakanda. After all that happened, Sam decides to take a break and visit his sister. She reassures him, telling him that everything will be okay and that they'll get through anything together. The next day, Bucky visits Sam and gives him a gift, a worship hall built by the Wakandans. Bucky also meets Sam's sister, and they spend some enjoyable time together. Later, Bucky helps Sam fix his boat. After some time, Bucky hands the Captain America shield back to Sam, telling him not to give it up this time and to be the Captain America Steve wanted him to be. Sam then spends all his time training with the shield, building his skills and strength. Over time, his abilities improve, and he becomes ready to take on the mantle of Captain America. He gathers a team and develops advanced weapons for their plan, declaring that this will be their final battle, after which they can do as they please. The story shifts to America, where a meeting is being held with leaders discussing the deportation of refugees. Suddenly, an alarm goes off as mutants storm the building. Sam prepares by putting on the suit Bucky gave him, while Bucky and the police surround the meeting area. Sharon, disguised, tells Bucky they must ensure the mutants' plan doesn't succeed. The plan unfolds, and Sam, wearing his new Captain America suit, enters the building. A mutant confronts him, saying he won't stand a chance against them, and a battle ensues. Meanwhile, the mutants capture the officials, locking some in a car and preparing to escape. Bucky tries to reason with Carly, asking her to surrender and promising to help her. She dismisses his advice, saying she must finish what she started. Sharon secretly plants a device on one of the mutants, which later activates, killing him. The mutants then take two officials, locking them in a car to escape. At the same time, Sam continues to fight a mutant, using the Captain America shield skillfully despite not having the same enhancements as them. He flies off to rescue the officials and chases the mutants, pushing the mutant plane. Despite being shot at, he skillfully evades the attacks and uses a small device to scan the plane, identifying the number of mutants on board and discovering that one of the officials knows how to fly. He devises a plan to take out the pilot so she can take over. Meanwhile, another car carrying officials is being driven by mutants. As the mutants' plane collides with a police helicopter, Sam skillfully saves the people on board, protecting them with his shield. The citizens cheer for Sam, impressed by his heroism. He continues to pursue the gang while Bucky chases the car carrying other officials. Bucky catches up with one of the mutants and fights him fiercely. During the fight, the car is about to explode. Bucky desperately tries to unlock it and eventually succeeds. At that moment, John appears wearing a fake Captain America suit and shield. He goes after Carly, seeking revenge for his friend's death, telling her she'll pay dearly. He attacks her with a shield, but she dodges. The other mutants attack him, but he fights back, taking them down one by one. However, they overwhelm him and are about to finish him off when Bucky intervenes to save him. During the fight, a mutant strikes Bucky, sending him off the building. The mutant jumps after him to finish him off, but Bucky manages to fend him off and fights back. Meanwhile, Sam communicates with the official on the plane, instructing her to prepare to take control. Despite being shot at, Sam deflects the attacks with his Captain America shield. He regains his strength and flies back to the plane, pulling the mutant out so the official can take over as the pilot. Meanwhile, John defeats all the mutants and faces Carly. Consumed with anger, he fights her relentlessly, seeing his friend's image in his mind. He shows no mercy, but she manages to escape. You get into the official's car and flee the scene. Meanwhile, the fight with the mutant continues. In the end, he manages to defeat him and finishes him off. Carly takes the car and throws it from the heart of a building. John tries to chase after Carly, but his sense of duty takes over, and he goes to pull the official's car to save them. However, Carly and her allies come after him and start attacking him, causing him to fall from the building. The car is about to fall, but Sam arrives at the last moment with great courage, pulls it up, and saves it. Everyone cheers for him, calling him the new Captain America. America. Carly then grabs a metal rod and throws it at the others, but it is caught. Sam steps in and continues to fight them using the shield. Carly tells him to leave her alone, but one of the mutants appears and throws a gas bomb at them, allowing them to escape. Sam and his team chase after them. Before Carly escapes, Sharon confronts her, telling her to drop her weapon and surrender. Sharon had already bought off Carly's assistant by paying him more, but she kills him because he was a traitor and would betray her too. At that moment, Sam appears and tells Carly that enough is enough, that many innocent people have died, and she should surrender. Carly refuses and keeps attacking him. Sam says he won't fight her, but she continues to hit him. He only defends himself while John and the police manage to capture all the mutants. Carly continues to attack Sam relentlessly, almost finishing him off. At the critical moment, Sharon shoots Carly, and she finally dies. Sam is deeply saddened because he wanted to help her, but with her death, her evil ends. Sam carries her, flies away, and takes her to an ambulance. The media arrives and interviews him. He addresses the crowd, saying that all this happened because of racism, and that it doesn't matter if someone is a refugee, black or white. We are all human and need to stop racism and live together in peace. He says he is conveying this message to all officials. Someone tells him that his message has been received. Later, another character tells Sam that he was impressive in the interview, jokes with him, and tells Sharon that he will ensure she gets a pardon. Their mission is now complete. They have eliminated all the mutants. Sam prepares to become the new Captain America. He also helps the man who was wrongfully imprisoned for 30 years, takes him to the national headquarters, and shows him a statue made in his honor as a gesture of gratitude for all he did in his life. The man hugs him, cries, and is happy that justice has been served, thanking him. After everything that happened, Sam and Bucky spend their vacation together. And that was the end of our story. See you in the next video. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to get more new videos. See you next time.